Hey, what's going on guys, Watson KHD here, back again with another Warframe guide. You guys seem to really like the last one, and I was originally going to have two separate uploads for today's video, but decided to put it all into one so it's just a lot easier for you guys. You don't have to click away to another video, and it just made a whole lot more sense. But in this video I'm going to be showing you how you can get easy ducats and millions of credits for when Barakatir comes back around for Tennocon 2018, which is honestly so close now. It's unbelievable. This is going to be my first Tennocon and I am really excited for it. So both of these methods that I'm about to show you are the methods that I personally use, and they work really well for me whenever I'm farming for ducats or for credits. So to start off, I'm going to tell you the method that I use to farm prime parts in order to trade in for ducats. This method involves farming void fishes in order to crack open relics that you have picked up from various missions throughout the game. Successfully cracking open a relic will give you the opportunity to pick one of the 6 different possible rewards. These rewards are split into 3 different tiers. You've got bronze, which gives you 15 ducats and are the most common, silver, which gives you 45 ducats, and gold, which gives you 100 ducats and are the rarest out of the 3 tiers. In order to increase your chances of getting better tier rewards, you can refine your relics using void traces, which you earn as rewards for completing the void fishes. The refinements are as follows. You've got intact, which is the starting level, exceptional, flawless, and radiant. Each level of refinement will increase the chance of you getting those higher tier rewards, so whenever you have enough void traces, you should definitely think about refining your relics. Also, playing with friends or with random players is a great idea, as if you do get a low tier reward out of your relic and they get a high tier reward, you then get the ability to pick their reward instead of yours, and vice versa if you get the high reward. The relics I recommend using to farm prime parts are the Lith relics, and that's because they are the easiest to earn and also the easiest to crack open, as the missions are a low level difficulty. If you happen to be running out of these, or you just want to farm up a bunch before you start farming for prime parts, the best missions to load up are the defense missions, and the ones that I personally go for are the defense missions on the Aurican Derelict and Mercury, as they are pretty easy to do, and if your privacy is set to public, you can almost always find a group of players that you can do the mission with. However, any defense mission should do the job in getting these relics. Also, another mission that you can do is Gaia on Earth. It is an interception mission, and that is also a very easy way to farm up Lith relics, and that's just in case you feel like changing it up a bit. You don't fancy doing defense missions over and over again. There's also another method to gain in prime parts that you can use, and that is by using platinum to buy prime parts to trade in. Although if any of you decide to do this, which I strongly suggest you don't, just make sure that you buy the gold tier items and try to get them at a cheap price. However, like I said, I strongly advise against it, as that platinum can go towards something much more useful. Now finally, what do you do when you farmed up all these prime parts? How do you get the ducats? Well, you want to head to any relay, with the exception of Maru's Bazaar, and head either left or right at the big statue in the middle. From there you will find the ducat kiosk, and you can use that to trade in your prime parts for ducats. Next up is the method I use for credits, and the easiest way has to be the index game mode on Neptune. Now I hope I don't need to go into too much detail, so I'm just going to give you guys a brief explanation as to what this game mode is. The index game mode is an arena styled mode that puts you and the rest of your team up against enemy corpus. You can enter with a team of friends or randomly found team members, or you can even enter solo with AI teammates. And this mode gives you the opportunity to earn hundreds of thousands of credits for literally like 5 minutes work. Now you're probably thinking, what's the catch? Well, the catch is you gamble your own credits in the hope of making a very tidy profit. There are 3 different risk choices that you can make. There is a low risk investment, which requires you to invest 30,000 credits with a return of 105,000. You've got a medium risk investment, which you need to invest 40,000 with a return of 175,000. And finally, you have the higher risk investment, which requires you to invest 50,000 with a return of 250,000 credits. However, keep in mind that each of these missions require you to reach a certain number of index points before the time limit runs out in order to get the reward. Low risk requires 50, medium requires 75, and high requires 100. In order to get these index points, you need to kill enemies. Each enemy will drop 1 point, and for every 5 points you hold, you'll gain an extra 2 for turning them in. But keep in mind that the more points you hold on to, the easier it is for the enemies to kill you, as each point reduces your Warframe's health. So make sure to turn in your points when you get the chance so that you don't risk losing them. Not only that, but turning in your index points will also increase the mission timer, and the last thing you want is to be just a few points off and then the timer runs out. Finally, what risk investment do you choose? Personally, I would completely forget about the low risk investment and just go for either medium or high risk investment choices, as they seem the most worth it and have the bigger profits. One last thing I should mention is that having a credit booster on will actually boost your credit rewards. So if you have any spare platinum available, make sure to buy yourself some credit boosters, as it is going to really help you out a bunch. I completed a high risk reward. I was rewarded with 250,000 credits at the end of the match, but when the match finished and I checked my credits after, I'd actually received 500,000 credits due to the credit booster. So in total, if you was to spend an hour doing this, you would probably make in the regions of 3 million credits. Double that if you have a credit booster, and that is an insane amount of credits to be making. Doing this for a few hours will leave you in the position of not having to worry about farming for more credits for an extremely long time, which is honestly such a great feeling to have. Anyway guys, with that it brings us to the end of the video. I hope you guys found this guide helpful, and hopefully you'll have enough credits and ducats for when Barakatir comes back. If you did find this guide helpful, a like down below would be very much appreciated. It shows your support, and your support is always appreciated on my channel. If you guys get the chance to share this video, that would also be very much appreciated as well. Not only do you support me by doing that, but you can also help other players who may be looking for a guide on getting ducats and credits very quickly for Tennocon as well. Also guys, if you haven't already, please smash that subscribe button and turn notifications on to stay up to date with everything I upload. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next video.